Okay children, see we have completed the lessons almost like for the grammar we have completed the tense lesson, and we have completed with the sub lessons, that is present continuous tense, then simple present tense and the tense lesson. Same regarding the tense lesson only, we will be starting with the new lesson, lesson number 17 and 18 we will take both together because they are almost very short lessons, and so that we can be in touch with both the means simultaneously we can take the lessons about tense. So, we will be starting with the next lesson, that is present perfect tense. Now, what is present perfect tense? First we will see present perfect tense. Up till now we have seen simple present tense, then we have seen present continuous tense. What is simple present tense and present continuous tense? Now we will be seeing about present perfect tense. So, what is present perfect tense? Now, I will write one example here. I have caught a fish. I have caught a fish. If you see, I will underline one particular word, that is have and caught. If you see the sentence, I have caught a fish, what is given here? The words printed or the words which I have underlined, they are the verbs. They are the verbs have and caught. They are in the present perfect tense. These words I have written in present perfect tense. Now, what is present perfect tense? If you see have caught, these two words, they are in the present perfect tense. See, what is present perfect tense? We will see. We often use the words like already, just and so on in present perfect tense. Now, present perfect tense, it tells us about the actions which have already been completed. Which has already been completed. I have caught means it is the action has been completed, and just they have completed. That is why we use these verbs, that is have, and always remember that in present perfect tense how it comes, has or have plus past participle. Now, what is participle? This thing I will tell you first. Participle is used with the verb have or has. The participle verb is used with have or has, and it creates present or past perfect tense. Also, it is used to modify the nouns, and mostly what we do, we add ed to the past participle. We add ed. What is the thing I told you? Participle is what? It comes along with the verb have or has. Now, if you see here in this sentence only, I have caught a fish. Now, caught is what? This is past participle. Have, this is verb, okay. This is verb, have plus past participle. I told you what is past participle. Past participle is what? It comes along with the verb have or has, and they are used to create present tense or past perfect tense. Also, the next thing is what? We use to modify the noun. The noun is what here? Fish. Okay. So, they are used to modify the noun, that is called as past participle. So, the first thing is what? How we form present perfect tense. We form present perfect tense by using have plus past participle or has plus past participle. And what is present perfect tense? Present perfect tense is what? The actions which have been just completed or which have already completed, those tenses we call it as present perfect tense. Now, we are going to see that how we are going to form. There are three major forms for present tense, past tense and past participle, and how we form the past and past participle form. We will be seeing that. See, if you see, one thing before that I want to tell you children, see, if we are writing a sentence by using the words he, she or it or any other third person, when we are talking about any other third person or we are talking about he, about she or about it, that time we use the verb has. Always remember this thing. Sometimes you get confused between has and have. So, the thing you remember that when we are talking about he, about she, about it or about any other third person, we use the verb has. And when we are talking about I, that is about yourself, myself, we are talking about we or you or about they or any about any other singular plural subject, that time we use the verb have. When we are talking about I, we, you, they or any other plural subject, then we use the verb have. So this thing you always remember in your mind, keep it, note about it. Now next I told you a verb has three major forms, that is present tense, past tense and past participle. Now how we write those examples? See, present, past and past participle. Suppose I will take one word, if I will take one word present, one word I will take catch, present, past. What will be the past tense of catch? Will be caught. Just now we have seen the example. Now what is past participle of caught is same. It will be as it is, that will be same. If you take the another example, pull, the past tense will be pulled. Past participle will be again it will be pulled. So in this way these are the three major forms of the tense, that is present tense, past tense and past participle. This will be in case of present perfect tense. Okay. Now next thing is what? How we are going to form past and past participle form. So there are some cases or there are some rules we can say, and according to those cases we are going to learn how to form past and past participle forms. So first case is what? See, I told you up till now that what is past present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is what? An action which has already completed, which has been already completed or have just been completed. And here what we do? We use have or has plus past participle. And what is past participle? I told you it comes after the verb has or have, and to create the present or past perfect tense. Also we used to modify the nouns, and the thing is what? Mostly we add ed for the past participle. So just now we have seen the example, that is catch, caught and pull, pulled, pulled. So next I told you we are going to see how we are going to form past and past participle forms. So there are some of the rules over here. See, first case is what? In most cases we form the past and past participle by adding ed. For example, in present tense, if I will take the word reach, if I take the word reach, I am going to add ed here for past tense. Okay, I will be adding ed for the past tense, that is reached, and past participle also will be the same, reached here. Just 1 minute before I told you we add ed for the past participle. So in this way, this is the first case, we add ed to the verb for the past tense and for the past participle. This is the first case. This will be the first case, we add ed here. Okay. Now what will be the second one? Second case is what? Suppose if the word is ending with e, if the word is ending with e, that time we are going to add only d. We add only d. We add only d. See, for example, in present tense, if I take arrive, this word, and you see the word is ending with e. So how you are going to write it into past tense? You are going to write it as arrived. Already e is there, and now only you are going to add d for the past tense, and same will be with the past participle. Here also it will be arrived. I hope children you have understood with this second rule. Now the third rule is what? When words it end with the consonant, that is any consonant and plus y. If the word is ending with consonant plus y, that time we are going to add ied. That time we are going to remove that y, and you are going to replace y with ied. For example, if you take the word for here carry, Now the word is ending with, see, if you see here, the word is ending with y, and before that there is a consonant. I told you, if the word is ending with a consonant plus y, consonant, any consonant plus y, that time we are going to replace this y and we are going to put IED. So if you write this in present tense, in past tense, how you are going to write? You will be writing carried. Instead of y, you are going to write it, here it is IED. Same will be in case of past participle. Here also it will be carried. So in this way, you will form the third rule. What is the fourth rule? When the word, when it ends with the vowel plus y. Here we have seen with consonant plus y. Now the word, if is ending with vowel plus y, what you are going to do here now? Here you are going to add ed. If the word is ending with vowel plus y, you are going to add, you are going to replace their ed. Okay. See, for example, if you will take one example, pray. I will take one example, pray. Now you see children, here the word is ending with y, and before that we could see there is a vowel. So if the word is with vowel plus y, then what we are going to do? We are going to add ed for the past tense and for the past participle. So how it will be? Pray, ed plus ed, prayed. Same will be with the past participle. Here also ed. So this was the fourth rule. Next, if you see, this was all about the these are the four rules. First one was what? If in most cases what we do, if you want to write it into past tense or past participle, what we do? We add ed to the verb. For example, I told you reach, reached, then wash, washed, work, worked. So you are just going to add ed at the end of the word. Second case was what? If the word is ending with e, you are going to write there, instead of, you are just going to add d for the verb to make it, to form it into past and past participle form. Third rule was what? If the word is ending with consonant plus y, then you are going to replace y by adding with IED. You are going to replace y, you are going to remove that y, and will be you are going to put there IED. For example, I told you carry, carried. Then second, marry, married, or try, TRY, try. Y you are going to replace with IED. So in this way, that was the third rule. Fourth rule was what? If the word is ending with vowel plus y, then you are going to just add d. You are going to just add ed for the word. You are going to add ed for the word. For example, I took prayed, played. Then one more example we can take. See, some words are exceptional. Now you may say children that lay. For example, lay. Some words are exceptional. Now for example, pay. Here also the word is ending with y, and before that we could find vowel is there. Some exceptional words like pay, lay, or say. These are the exceptional words where we are not going to add ed. See how it looks, isn't it? So instead of ed, you are going to replace that y by id. Here also lay, laid. Then say, said. So these are some of the exceptional words where we could see that if the word is ending with vowel plus y, I told you here you are going to add ed, but here some exceptional words are there, that is pay, lay, and say. That time you are going to replace this y by id. So this was about the present perfect tense. Now one thing, again some changes are there, some words are there. Here are some words which do not follow any rules when we change them to their participle form. Some words are in such way that they do not, we cannot change them. Now how previously we have seen, we have changed them. Okay, we have added eds to some words, or we have added IED or only d. In this way we have changed the form, but here some words are in such a way that here we are not supposed to change. They will remain as it is. They will remain as it is. For example, if you take the word bet, B-E-T, bet, B-E-T, bet. This word if you take, they do not change. They do not change. See, bet. This is in the present tense. You are not going to add here betted or betted like that. Okay, you are not going to write in this way. The word will be as it is. You have to write the word. It will be. They don't change their form. They will be as it is in the past tense also and for the past participle also. So here some of the words are there like bid, 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 cast, cast, cut, cut, cut. You don't say cutted or cutted. These words we don't say. Just we don't change the form over here. So in this way, this was the first thing, that words which do not change their form. Second thing is what? Here are some words which have the same past and past participle form. Now see, first we have seen in all the terms, in all the tense, for present tense, past tense and past participle, the word do not change. But if you see in the second form, how it changes, see. It changes only in the past tense and for the past participle. For example, if I will take creep, it will be crept in past tense and crept in past participle also, means the change, there will be change in form only in past tense and in past participle. Then if you see keep, keep word, keep we don't say keeped or any other word, we write here kept, or here in the past participle also same. So they don't change in present tense, they will be changing the form only in past tense and for the past participle. So this was the second rule. Then some other words are also there. See, sit, sat, sat, feel, felt, felt, meet, met, met, build, built, built, then hear, heard, heard, win, won, won. See, next if you see below, bring, brought, brought, or buy, bought, bought, catch, caught, caught, teach, taught, taught. So in this way, the second form is what? You are going to change only the form in past tense and for the past participle. Next, if you see words which have three different forms, here all the tenses for present tense, past tense and for the past participle, the forms will be different in all the tenses. For example, if I take bite, one word if I take bite, bite, in past tense it will be bit and for the past participle it will be bit or beaten. See, they have changed in all the three tenses. Present tense it is bite, past tense it is bit and past participle it is bit or bitten. Means words which have three different forms over here. For example, again hid, hide, hide, hid, hidden. See, here we can see three different forms. So in this way, this is also one type of rule. So I hope children you might have understood what is present perfect tense. Once again I want to tell you that what is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, it tells about the actions which have already been completed or just they have been completed. And the thing is what here, if you see in present perfect tense we use the verb have or has along with the past participle. So what is past participle? Past participle is what? It is a verb which comes along with have or has verb and they create present tense or past perfect tense. Then also they are used to modify the nouns and mostly we add ed for the past participle. And here some of the rules are there or some of the cases are there how we are going to form the past tense and past participle. So first it was that we have to add ed to to make it past tense or past participle. Second case was what? We have to add only D if the word is ending with E. If the word is ending with E, just we have to add only D. The third case was what? If the verb is ending, is ending with a consonant plus Y, then that time we are going to replace Y with IED. And next case was what? If the word is ending with a vowel plus Y, then that time we are going to add ED to the verb. And some exceptional cases are also there. I told you, that is lay, pay and say. Then next rule is what? Words which do not change the form. In present tense also the verb will be as it is, they don't change the form. In past tense also it will be the same, and in the past participle also it will be the same. They do not change the form. Next rule was what? They will change the form only in the past tense and in the past participle. For example, creep, crept, crept, or keep, kept, kept. Okay. So they will change only in the past tense and only in the past participle. The next one was what? They will be having three different forms in present tense, past tense and past participle. For example, I have given here bite, bit, bitten, hide, hid, hidden. So this was all about present perfect tense. So I hope children you have understood what is present perfect tense. Now we will be moving to the next part, that is simple past tense. Simple past tense. What is simple past tense? No, you know children, what is past tense? Past tense is what? The action which has been completed in the past, or which has already been it has completed the action, that is called as past tense. Now we will be seeing what is simple past tense. Simple past tense. If I write one sentence, I went to the fair. I went to the fair yesterday. I went to the fair yesterday. Now, if you see, this sentence is there. One more sentence I will give. They met Mrs. Verma at the station. They met Mrs. Verma at the station. Okay. If you see these two sentences, that is, I went to the fair yesterday and they met Mrs. Verma at the station. The words which are underlined, they are in the simple past tense. All these words are in the simple past tense, went and met. What is simple past tense? They tell us about the actions that took place sometime in the past. The actions which has taken sometimes in the past. Those words, those verbs are called as simple past tense. They are called as simple past tense. For example, I gave you, I went to the fair yesterday. Yesterday means the action has been taken place before today, means that is yesterday. So went, so action has been taken yesterday, that is in the past. So the action which has been taken in the past, they are called as simple past tense. Then also they tell us about the past habitual actions. Even it tells about the past habitual actions also. So for example, if I take, we usually studied in the library before exams. So what is your habitual action? That you study in the library when you have your exams. So that is your action, that is habitual, means you have that habit of studying in the library during the exam. So these two things it tells. Simple past tense, what it tells? It tells about the action which has taken sometime before in the past, and the second thing is what? The action when we are talking about the habitual actions which has taken place in the past, those verbs, they are called as simple past tense. The simple past tense, it tells about the actions which took place sometime in the past and talks about some past habitual action. So whatever habitual actions you have done in the past, that, and the other thing is what? When the action has been taken place sometime in the past, That is called as simple past tense. Now how we form a simple past tense? How we form the simple past tense? It is very easy. See, only one case we have how we form the simple past tense. If I will write one example, okay, I want to write one example here now. I went to the fair yesterday. We will take the same example. I went to the fair yesterday. Now, this verb, that is went, this action has been taken place in the past. So, I have taken this example, I went to the fair yesterday. Now, how we are going to form the simple past tense? Only one rule is there, that is, see, past tense of the verb. This word is past tense of the verb go. It is a past tense verb of the word go. Okay, this is the word go, went. Go is in the present tense and went is in the past tense, and will go will be in the future tense. The other thing is what? Only this thing we have to remember. These words, this is went, this is the word which is in the past tense, and this word, it comes from the word original verb, or we can say from the present tense, that word is go. If I will take the other example, we usually studied, for example, now the other example if we will take, we usually studied in the library before exams. In the library before exams. Now here we can see the verb, that is studied. Studied is the verb, and this verb is in the past tense. If we know that this verb, the verb that is studied, it has come from the past tense of the verb study. Past tense of the verb study. Of the verb study. Now study is, it comes in the present tense. So we have written this verb, or we have taken this verb in the past tense from the verb that is study, which is in the present tense. So in this way we form the simple past tense. So this was all about simple past tense. And children, if you see page number 81, there some exercises are there. Fill in the blanks with the simple past tense form of the verbs given in the brackets. So first example, if you see in the bracket, they have given the word know, K-N-O-W, know. I know the answer to that question. So what will be the simple past tense of know? Will be knew, K-N-E-W. I knew the answer to that question. Then the Indian team dashed the match, lose. What will be the simple past tense of lose? That will be lost. The Indian team lost the match. Then the Australian team dashed the match, win. The Australian team won the match. So in this way you are going to form the simple past tense from the verb, that is from the present tense. So this was all about present perfect tense and simple past tense. Children, here we have some of the exercises and we will be solving those exercises. I will be sending you the answers for those exercises. If you see page number 82 also, rewrite the passage, change the highlighted verbs to the simple past tense. Only just 2 lines I will tell you. See, every day I wake up at 6 a.m. Instead of wake up, every day I woke up at 6 a.m. Then I do yoga. I did yoga. Then I take a shower and get ready for school. Then I took a shower and got ready for school. So you will be changing that paragraph or that passage. You have to change those highlighted words in the simple past tense. If you see exercise C also, fill in the blanks with the simple past tense which is given in the bracket. My mother dash Mrs. Verma in the market. Now my mother meet, instead of meet, my mother met Mrs. Verma in the market. Then she dash us about the new book she had read. Then she now tell, instead of tell, told. She told us about the new book she had read. So in this way we will be solving the exercises. So we will be completing with these two lessons, that is present perfect tense and simple past tense. So what is present perfect tense? Present perfect tense is what? The action which have been already completed or just they have been completed. And here what we do? We use the verb have or has plus past participle. And in simple past tense, what we do? This, what is simple past tense? Simple past tense is what? Yes, the actions which took place sometime in the past, or which talks about the habitual actions from the past. That verb is called, or those verbs, they are called as simple past tense. So we have learnt what, children? Now we have learnt about present perfect tense and we have learnt about simple past tense. I hope, children, you have understood these both contents you have understood. If any doubt is there, you can ask me personally. Thank you, children.